And we're back. 9-9 at the end of the first quarter. Nothing been settled. Morgan Conley to trigger the inbound. And we hope you're getting audio on iHigh. It shows that we are playing audio file. Please let us know if you can hear the audio only. We lost the video. Castle, free throw line jumper. No, front of the iron. The long kicker, and Morgan Arnott knocked it out of bounds.
Same Lady Hornets right there. In the first quarter, they fall down 5 points, but they were able to fight their way back.
And with Carroll on the bench, it's time to make a little hay. Jones crossed the timeline to 7:30 mark. Castle on her, loosely. Jones backs it back out. Now she attacks, goes back door for Van Hoos. Van Hoos makes the catch, throws it up, no good. The kicker goes to Jazzy Harris. She fights her way through traffic, bounces ahead to Castle. Castle, 12-footer, oh, it won't go. Rebound, Jazzy Harris fighting for it. And Jones has got to run out the other way. Jazzy Harris in a hurry. And Jazzy deflected, did a great job. She got fouled, no call. Jazzy in a hurry, going to take on Van Hoos. Spins around her, and they call the charge. Oh, my goodness. That's a terrible call.
That will be Jazzy's second, team number 4 for McGoffin County, Sam.
She avoided that charge. Boy, that's a bad break. We need Jazzy out there, and that's 2 on her early. I thought she avoided it. Paintsville basketball, 6:59. Jones across the timeline. Reed on her. Left side, Van Hoos long range, way beyond the arc. On top to Salmon. She buried 1 3-pointer already. Jones looking. Goes on top to Maddie Trimble. Salmons. Van Hoos wide open, but Conley recovers. Then they go in the lane to Hansford. Hadn't heard much from her, and Jones is open for the 3. Way short. Reed with a rebound. Reed in a hurry. Down the far sideline. Picks up the dribble, gives to Castle. Castle thought about the 3, changed her mind. Reed at long range. Got to find some offense. Paintsville's vulnerable, but we got to pick it up. Castle thought about the 3. She hit an NBA 3 last night that really meant a lot to us. Reed, 6 minutes left in the first half. 18 points have been scored. Amazing how things tighten up in these tournaments. Fletcher puts the dribble down and don't know where to go with it, and it's deflected back across, and Castle rescues it, gets bumped, and now the count's on. Castle got to get it across in a hurry. Hurry, Jamie, and she makes it across to Reed. Reed gets inside, runs under, and lays it in. Yes, sir. And what could have been disaster turns into a break for the Lady Hornets. 11-9. Jones left side, Salmons. Arnott on her. Back to Jones. 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 Not a lot going on right now, Adam.
And Sam,
they're going to bring Carroll back, aren't they?
They're going to take a chance. They need her in the game.
Trimble on top to Salmons, to Jones. Jones on top to Van Hoos. Van Hoos puts the dribble down, gives it to Salmons. Arnott on her, and almost stolen by Reed. Arnott covers up, gets back to Salmons, back to Jones. Thought about the NBA 3-pointer, but Reed picks her up. Goes inside to Hansford. Long range, here's the 3-pointer. No. Rebound. And Arnott lets it go through her hands and out of bounds. My goodness.
As Carroll comes in, Sam, we'll see who goes to the bench. It will be Jones goes out. So now, Sam, Paintsville without their point guard.
Talk a little. He's got to click on the audio file.
And, Sam, you know that they shouldn't press as inbounding the basketball. Carroll has it right wing for Paintsville. She drives into the free throw line. Left wing, Maddie Trimble, 3-pointer, front of the iron, no good. Madison Reed with the rebound for the Lady Hornets. She's up in a hurry, crosses the timeline. She's at the left wing, pulls it back out, top the key to Jamie Castle. She pump fakes, drives right, blocks, shot up, and in, and a foul by Paintsville. Jamie Castle count the basket for McGoffin County. That foul go against Maddie Trimble. That'll be her first. team number 3.
What's the name of the file he needs to click on?
It's just the only one telling him to reset the main page. Castle's free throw back of the iron, no good. She gets her own rebound, loses
Ball's
the
loose.
handle.
It gets it to Reed. Reed, 4-footer, got it! And the Lady Hornets with their biggest lead, 15-9.
Lady Hornets, Sam, start this off with a 6-0
And-
run.
And we got a 30-second timeout. Keep it here, Adam.
Lady Hornets, first 4 minutes of the second quarter on a 6-0 run as they take their biggest lead of the game, 15-9 over Paintsville. Sam, looking across the way, big crowd, late arriving crowd for the Lady Hornets, but a nice crowd for the Lady Hornets. As you're trying to send a text to show him how to do it, tell him he has to reset the main page to get the audio. Go to just the ihigh.com/MCSTV and restart it. It'll be the only file there. He can't reset the page that he's on. He has to go back to ihigh.com.
That's what I told him. Log out of iHigh. Log back on.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. 15-9. Lady Hornets, their biggest lead. Baldwin forced to call the timeout. Lady Hornets with a little more spirit right now than we've seen early on. 4:15 left to play in the first half. Van Hoos set to trigger the inbounds. This is so emotional. It is difficult to do the broadcast, to be honest with you. Jones looking, bounces into Salmons. They had the back door and didn't see it. Jones run under. No, blocked partially, and Fletcher comes away with it. Castle in a hurry. Lady Hornets have stepped up their defense. Castle, and she gets bumped. And what's the call?
That's a blocking foul. Will be caught against number 24, Kerrigan Salmons. That is her second.
I thought that, to be honest with you, I thought Jamie Castle shuffled her pivot foot and walked before the contact.
Castle now be at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Magoffin County.
Castle, free throw. Got it. 16-9. Lady Hornets up by 7.
And checking in for Paintsville, number 50, Grace Mills.
He said he did, but I don't know. You tell him what to do. See if we can get him on there. Second free throw, rolls and stays. And the Lady Hornets lead by 8. Biggest lead of the contest. +8 for the Lady Hornets. 3:50 left to play first half. Jones across the timeline. You say that's Grace Mills? I thought she was injured. She must have recovered. Jones works down the left side. Jones beats everybody. Fletcher boxes it out of bounds, but there's a whistle on Fletcher. Must have got her with the body. Had to be before the shot. If they don't shoot, then I'll call it a good call. Okay, they're not going to shoot because she had a clean block, but she must have bodied her before.
Well, as soon as I said that, hear y'all great.
And they get inside, does Carolyn, puts it home. Castle across the timeline, 3:30 first half.
Sam, that was Paintsville's first points of the quarter, and it took them 4.5 minutes. So Lady Hornets was on a nice 8-0 run to
Arnett at the free throw line gets inside, and Van Hoos fouls her. She'll go to the free throw line. And boy, I wished I had a bottle of water.
Sam, that was Nicole Fletcher's second foul. As Van Hoos picks up her first team 6. Now Morgan Arnett to be at the free throw line, shooting 2.
We need them. We need them. Free throws in the air. Got it. Morgan Arnett pushes it back to 7, 18-11. You just never know how our girls are going to react with all the trauma that they've been through, and you know, how much can you expect of them? But Morgan Arnett buries the second free throw and equals their biggest lead, 19-11. Jones in a hurry. Jones. 3:15 left to play in the half. Jones, not a lot going on to Van Hoos at the top. Conley a little late, but she doesn't attempt the shot. Mills to Hansford. Hansford puts a dribble down, drives inside, and Nicole Fletcher picks up a foolish third foul. That was foolish on her part.
That is Nicole's third, team 5th.
Now who do you go to? Got to go to 8th grader Leslie Howard. Oh boy, that exposes our bench. And Hansford at the free throw line. Try to cut into that Lady Hornet lead at the 3:02 mark. Free throw, got it. And Leslie Howard is in the contest. Nicole made a really poor choice right there. Second one coming for Hansford. 19-12 your score. Free throw, got it. 19-13. Castle with the basketball. Jazzy Howard muffled on the sidelines with 2 fouls. Jazzy's foul prone. That's one thing I've seen from her. Reed to Castle to Leslie Howard, back to Castle. Castle puts the dribble down, gets inside, running one-hander, no. Rebound by Leslie Howard and puts it in. Right fresh off the bench, the 8th grader answers. Pushes it back to 8. And she's having trouble staying with Carroll, though, but she cuts her off. Mills to Jones at long range at the 2:30 mark. They go inside to Hansford. Hansford gets away with a walk. Mills with a jumper right at the free throw line and buries it. So Mills pays dividends for Paintsville. Cuts it back to 6. And both teams warming up a little bit offensively, Adam.
Yeah, Sam, you're starting to see that pace that you like from McGoffin County up and down the floor.
Reed on top, back to Castle, back to Reed. They're just throwing it around the perimeter. Reed almost dropped it, goes inside, throws it up from 12 feet, no good. Rebound slapped out of bounds by Leslie Howard. And boy, we got a break there. Coach Baldwin's got a good complaint.
And they give that to McGoffin
Leslie
County.
Howard definitely tipped that one last. Morgan Conley will inbound. We'll take the break and be glad to get it. Conley lobs into Arnott, and she's fouled, no call. Oh my goodness. And here comes Van Hoos and got Carroll ahead. And Carroll stops and misses a gimme. Rebound to Reed, and boy, she's hammered pretty good by Jones.
That'll be Megan Jones. First foul, Sam, team 7th. So now Morgan.
I've got to hit some free throws.
Who was it? Morgan Conley to be at the, or Madison Reed to be at the free throw?
I believe Reed.
Okay, Madison Reed to be at the free throw line now. Sam shooting 1 and a bonus. And Jury said, "Here's us good. Everything's back in order."
Jury can hear us.
Yeah, here's us.
Okay.
Said we sound great. He's got it back going.
Jury, baby. Reed's free throw, got it! 22-15. It's a little early to get so excited, isn't it?
Sam,
I can't help it. This means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to everybody in McGoffin County, but Reed's second free throw rims out of there. Mills. Boy, if we'd attacked Mills right there, we'd have got an offensive board. She was very lazy with that one. 22-15. 1:45 first quarter, or first half. Jones, they just let her rumble in there. And I say Jones, that was Carroll. Now Jones brings it long range. Sorry about that. I'm sure no one knows the difference but me and Adam, and he was kind enough not to correct me. Jones. We're staying off of her. She can shoot the 3, and she doesn't make this one. Rebound's fought for.
That's got to be basketball.
And it goes to the Lady Hornets, and the Paintsville fans where are the Paintsville fans? Down below us?
Sam, that's got to be just both players fighting for the basketball. Nobody had an established position.
No. Good no call. Castle across the timeline. Could give the Lady Hornets their biggest lead of the contest. Jamie looks a little winded. Reed at long range. I'd like to see her just take Jones off the dribble and open up there. Let her operate. To Leslie Howard. Leslie does her job.
Carroll with 2 fouls on Castle. I'd like to see Castle attack, try to pick up Carroll's 3rd.
How many does Castle got? 1?
1.
Reed fights her way inside. Picks up her dribble. Castle, long range. Castle gets to the free throw line, dishes to Leslie Howard, and she throws it up. And in! The 8th grader answers. Oh, my goodness. Lady Hornets with their biggest lead. And Leslie Howard's got 4 points off that bench.
About like her sister saying, no emotion, ready to play.
Yeah, ready to play. And Baldwin forced to call another timeout. Let's keep it here, Adam.
Sam, that's not too bad to have 2 8th graders on your bench in a 15th region tournament.
Boy, she did not hesitate. Boy, ice water in those veins.
And just didn't barely move the net on the shot.
Yeah, boy.
And so, Sam, she came in, played about 3 minutes, and got an offensive rebound and 4 points.
Lady Hornets in good shape right now.
And they lead by 9 with their biggest lead of the game. And I think Coach Baldwin's going to try to design a play, try to get a basket here before halftime.
Kelsey Bentley coming in off the Lady Hornet bench to protect someone. Who's got 2 that was in there?
I think they don't want Jamie to pick up her 2nd foul.
Good point.
You're 35 seconds.
Well, we're on defense, right?
And if we commit a foul, then to have a chance for offense, you'll see Castle come back in.
Exactly. We're about ready to get back to action. 35 and 4/10 seconds left in the first half. 15th Region 2012 Girls Basketball Championship game. Sam Miller, Adam Helton, and Zach Conley. Carroll to Jones. Jones, I thought she'd move both feet. Tries to spin inside. And Bentley makes the block look pretty good. Nice job by Bentley. but they're going to call the foul, and Jones will go to the free throw line.
That will be Bentley's first foul, team number 5, and it's not the foul, Sam. It's the way you try to block the basketball.
I notice he doesn't have Jamie. Yeah, Jamie's at the scores table. I'm sorry. And the free throw no good, and that's a good foul.
You know, Sam, when she fouls, she doesn't foul, but it's that swap motion they'll call you every time on a foul.
Good job by Bentley, especially if Jones misses this one. It's in the air, and she got this one. But not a bad trade. 24-16. We should take the last shot of the half. Could be up by 10 if we hit something. Castle in no particular hurry at the 15-second mark. Castle to Reed left side, right directly back to Castle. Reed decides to throw up the 3. No. Rebound fought for in there. And Morgan Arnott comes away with it, tries to fight a way out of there, and they call the hell ball. Possession arrow to Paintsville with 1 8/10 seconds left. And they get Castle out quickly.
Kind of a break for the Lady Hornets, Sam, so they'll get the ball the second half.
Exactly.
And see what Paintsville, they only get 1. That's kind of a wasted possession to say.
Well, we don't want a cheap foul right here. They throw over top to Hansford. Van Hoos way late on it. That ends the first half. Lady Hornets on top, 24-16. We'll step away, and can we play anything now? What we got to do at halftime now on audio only is we'll just mute and you stick with us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, correct?
Yep.
We'll be right back.